Check, check. Yep. Everybody there. All right. Apologize for the technical difficulties and the slow start. We are at 8 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Valentine has the ball on the Gordon-Rushville 35-yard line. Valentine took the opening kickoff. They were forced to punt. That punt was muffed by the Mustangs, and now the Badgers have it. Looks like 3rd down and 13 from the Gordon-Rushville 35-yard line. Drops back to pass, does the quarterback. Throws it left side, and that is caught. Great catch there, but it's going to be short of the first down. That's Cameron Parrott on the catch, but he's going to be about 3 yards short. And so that'll bring up 4th down. So it'll bring up 4th down and 4 yards to go for the Badgers from the 26-yard line of the Mustangs. So a 4th down here, 7:15 left to go first quarter. Quarterback rolls to the right. He's going to keep it. He's going to have the first down. He's inside the 20, down inside the 15, and down at about the 10-yard line. So that will be a Valentine Badger first down on the naked bootleg by the quarterback that time. And that's the quarterback, Brooks Coleman, on the carry. So we apologize for the lower quality broadcast this evening, having some real issues with our internet and the Valentine, not their fault, but the internet, the educational service unit not letting us onto the site that we need to be on to bring this to you in the high def. So we'll give it to you as we can. That's first down run for no gain by Jacob Hand. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. 6:30 to go, first quarter. All right, so word from Mission Control is that we are up and running. Everything looks good. Again, we apologize for the late start here, but you haven't really missed much. The Mustangs have played some pretty good defense, and now we've got an illegal substitution foul called on the Badgers, and that'll back them up 5 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down and 15. And the ball is on the 15-yard line. So the Badgers technically could get a first down at about the 1-foot line, but for all intents and purposes, it is 2nd and goal from the 15. So glad to have you with us here from high atop Badger Stadium in Valentine, Nebraska. Badgers come out, they'll operate out of the eye. Gives it to the fullback, first man through, and he's stacked up after a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards, and it'll be 3rd down from the 10, just outside the 10-yard line. 5:41 to go, first quarter, no score.
4-yard gain on the run. It's the ball on the 11-yard line, 3rd down.
We'll update the scoreboard here. We are in the first quarter, obviously not in the pregame anymore. So 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go, first quarter, no score, single setback. That's Hand, and now we've got a timeout called by Valentine. So with 5:04 left to go in the first quarter, timeout taken by the Badgers. We'll step aside after a word from our sponsors.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
And we are back here in Valentine, Nebraska. And don't get me wrong, the tech folks for the Valentine High School have been extremely helpful. We've been working at this for an hour trying to make it work, and I think it's coming from a higher level, from the ESU level as opposed to the Valentine High School folks, and so certainly not their fault. They bent over backwards to help us get on the air and just wasn't in the cards tonight, but we'll bring you what we've got here and hope that it works for you. So it is now basically third down and goal from the 11-yard line. Fakes the toss, left side, play action pass, all alone in the back corner of the end zone is number 35. That's Nick Ormisher with the touchdown for the Badgers. So with 4:58 left to go in the first quarter, the Badgers strike first, and they take a 6-0 lead. So the extra point pending. So Brian Schleiger in to attempt the extra point for the Badgers. The snap, the kick is up, and that kick is good, just barely good, but it's good nonetheless. And so Valentine takes a 7-0 lead and will step aside once again.
Smart farmers see beyond their fields. They see what quality grain and production does for their bottom lines, how it impacts economic development, and the well-being of people in their local communities and around the world. We're committed, along with our dealers, to innovation and service to help you get the job done right.
Get the smartest value of the season at the Value Bonanza sales event. Visit your authorized dealer today.
Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods. And back to football action. The kickoff comes up short, taken at the 20-yard line by Shane Child, 25, and met there at the 29-yard line by a host of Badger tacklers, and that's where the Mustangs will take over with 4:52 in the first quarter.
21 Shane Child. On the stop for the Badgers, number 22 Wyatt Hitchcock. Kickoff returned out to the 29-yard line. First down and 10.
So the Mustangs take over their first possession of the night after a long offensive possession to start the game by Valentine. Colton Wolken will do the quarterback duties again this evening for the Mustangs as they come out in two wide receivers to each side, single setback with Wolken. Now man in motion from right to left. It's a fly sweep to Shane Child coming around the left side. Stops, cuts back, but he'll be stopped for no gain on the play. Valentine was ready for that play and stopped it cold after it might even been a 1-yard loss. End result is second down and long for the Mustangs. Gorgeous evening here in Valentine. Virtually no wind. Well, there is no wind. Flag hanging completely limp here, and so a gorgeous evening. Temperatures just right for some high school football here on a Friday evening. Two backs in the backfield with Wolken. And we got a false start penalty. That's Ethan Yanni. He flinched just before the snap, and that'll make it second down and 15. So a rough start here so far for the Mustangs on offense.
Second down and 15.
So second down and 15 yards to go, 4:13 to go in the first quarter. Ball sets at the Mustang 24-yard line. Twins to each side for Wolken. Takes the snap, hands it off. No, makes a nice play action fake, and he hits Ethan Yanni on the skinny post, and he's good to the 45. They're going to mark him down all the way out at the 49-yard line. So a nice pass by Wolken to Ethan Yanni, who reached out and caught that one on his fingertips, and that's a Mustang first down. And now they're in business at midfield. First and 10 Mustangs. So 3 backs in the backfield with Wolken, 2 wide receivers. Handoff is to Shane Child. He's to the 50 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line of Valentine. That's good for about a 5-yard gain. Good spot on the play that time. They're going to give him about 7. They'll mark it at the 44-yard line of Valentine. So brings up second down and about 3 yards to go. 3 receivers out to the right side this time. Wolken calls for the snap, hands it off inside. That's Sherbarth. He churns his way ahead for a first down inside the 40-yard line. So another Mustang first down, and now the Mustangs starting to get their feet under him offensively here and get a little bit of rhythm going. So 1st and 10 Mustangs from the Valentine 39. 3:37 to go, first quarter. Valentine leads 7-0. They'll work out of that same triangle set again. This time, Wolken keeps it himself, and he's going to be stopped after no gain. Faked the handoff, kept it himself, and stopped there in the interior of the Badger defense. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. So Wolken has the play. 3 receivers to the right side. Single setback, that's Yanni. Pass complete to Shane Child at the 35. He gets away. Still running hard. Hard to bring that young man down, and he's finally brought down at the 33-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd down and about 4 yards to go. So good elusive running there by Shane Child. And it'll be 3rd down and 4. Ball sets at the 33-yard line of Valentine. Wolken, toss, right side, Shane Child. He's got a blocker. 30, 25, flag comes down. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, but this one's probably going to be coming back. I'm afraid we got a holding penalty. Really nice play around the right side, but Laundry on the field back at the 35. And we got a face mask on the Badgers. That's going to mean that the touchdown will stand. Not what we were expecting, certainly, after seeing the flag on the field. They're going to talk it over with the Mustang captains. It is a personal foul, face mask penalty on the Badgers. The touchdown stands, and the Mustangs are 1 point away from tying this baby up. So a nice run by Shane Child.
Mustangs will go for 2.
So the Mustangs lining up to go for 2. Shane Child back in the backfield along with Yanni and Sherbarth. They give it to Child right up the middle, and he's going to be stopped short. And the score will stand at 7-6. But the Mustangs are on the board with 1:53 to go in the first quarter. It's Valentine 7 and Gordon-Rushville 6. Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Sides and Milburn is your locally owned Sheridan County Ford dealer for over 75 years. Their service center can work on all makes of cars, and their world-class detailer can help your vehicle look like new again. Stop in at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville today. So after the 33-yard scamper by Shane Child, the Mustangs now trail 7-6, 1:53 left to go in the first quarter. So a good answering drive by the Mustangs there after the Badgers scored on their opening possession of the first half. Going to get through a whole bunch of our fine sponsors that are helping us bring you action today as they'll mark the penalty off on the kickoff here. So Mustangs will be kicking off from the 45-yard line of Valentine. Essence provides beautiful fresh-cut flower arrangements for any occasion. They also have a selection of fine wines and gift items, including Kringle candles. And the new fall scents are in. They're in the back room, and they'll be on the shelves next week. Stop in and see them at Essence at 117 North Main Street in Gordon. And you can head to Farmers Co-op for all your grain, agronomy, or livestock feed needs. Stop by any of their convenient locations in Gordon, Hay Springs, or Hemingford. Or you can give them a call at 1-800-252-0898. And so the short kickoff comes down at the 11-yard line, taken by hand. He's out to the 30-35, one man to beat. And he's dragged down from behind at the 47-yard line. And we've got a horse collar tackle. It was the only way they could get a hold of him, and tremendous run back on that short kick. And so we'll add some mileage onto the end of that return. And that's what it is, horse collar tackle. And so that'll give Valentine the short field here to start their second possession. That should, I believe, is a 15-yard penalty, and it is. It's going to set Valentine up at the Mustang 36-yard line.
After the 15-yard penalty, ball will be on the 36-yard line. First down, Badgers.
So 1:46 to go, first quarter, and the Badgers set up with a short field. Coleman under center, turns, swing pass, left side, complete. Got some room, and out there for first down yardage, down to the 25-yard line is Cameron Parrott.
Taking the stop for the Mustangs, number 24, Micah Sherbar. 11-yard gain on the pass, puts the ball on the 25-yard line. First down, Badgers.
Micah Sherbarth in on the tackle that time for the Mustangs, and it's a Badger first down. So they're set up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line of the Mustangs. Coleman under center. Hands it off to Hand. He's around right side with room to run. Shane Child makes a good open field tackle, brings him down at the 21-yard line, and that's going to be very close to a first down.
9 yards on the run.
Officials are going to look it over. They're going to say it's just short. So it'll be 2nd down and 1 from the 16-yard line. Coleman takes the snap, turns, gives it to Hand, runs into him, ball on the ground, but they are able to fall on it and maintain possession. So miscommunication there between Coleman and Hand, and ran smack into each other. Ball hit the turf, but quickly on top of it were Coleman and Hand, and so they'll lose 3 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4. 36 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Valentine leads 7-6. 3rd down and 4. Ball on the 19-yard line of the Mustangs. Badgers work out of the eye. Coleman turns, gives to Hand. Tries left side. He's got first down yardage, or very, very close. It's going to depend on the spot. He's right down close to the 15-yard line. And I think they're going to mark it just short. It is 4th down. So 4th down and inches from just outside the 15-yard line.
Gain of 3 on the play will bring up 4th and short.
So Valentine going to go for it here on 4th and inches. And now we've got a timeout called. Oh, no, excuse me. That's end of the first quarter. End of the first quarter. Valentine leads Gordon-Rushville 7-6. Let's take a minute to thank some more of our sponsors for bringing you tonight's action. The First National Bank of Gordon is proudly celebrating 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. Hin's Clothing Center at 208 North Main Street in Gordon has the latest from brands like Nike, Miss Me, Jordan, and more. They have a selection for all ages. Stop by Hin's Clothing Center in Gordon. The Homestead Building Supply offers a full-service lumber yard, Ace Hardware Supplies, paint, DeWalt tools, and a whole lot more. Get everything you need by calling them at Homestead Building Supply at 282-1741. Husker Auto Parts is your local CarQuest dealer, offering a wide selection of CarQuest parts and CarQuest accessories. See them today at 221 North Main Street in Gordon. And the Italian Inn. The Italian Inn in Gordon is proud to support the Mustangs. They serve up delicious meals for lunch and dinner, and they also have a full-service bar. That's the Italian Inn, downtown Gordon. So we are ready to start the second quarter. And it'll be 4th and inches. Coleman takes the snap, and he'll have it easily. He goes right over the top, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Badgers from about the 9-yard line of the Mustangs. So 1st and goal, Badgers.
This is the ball on the 13-yard line. First down, Badgers.
So Coleman brings him to the line. And we've got movement. Something went all kinds of haywire there as Coleman stacked up for no gain on the play.
Ball carried by Coleman. Stopped by number 63, Ben Wagner.
Disjointed, ugly-looking play there for the Badgers as they'll lose a yard, and it'll make it 2nd and goal. Oh, excuse me, not 2nd and goal. We're out here at the 15-yard line. I'm trying to get ahead of myself. So it's 2nd down and 11 from the 15-yard line. We're not a real polished operation here, but we do have an awful lot of fun bringing Mustang football to you. As Coleman turns, swings it out right side, and that's complete for a short gain. That's Parrott on the reception, and it'll bring up 3rd down and about 6 yards to go, maybe 7. The Badgers need the 4-yard line of the Mustangs for a 1st down.
3rd down and 8, ball on the 11-yard line.
PA announcer calls it 3rd down and 8, and we won't disagree. So 3rd down and 8, 10:35 to go, 2nd quarter. Coleman under center, 2 receivers to the left. Turns, tosses the hand left side. Mustangs have him corralled. He gets away, breaks another tackle, and he's going to be brought down at the 10-yard line. So a nifty run by Jacob Hand, but brought down well short of the 1st down yardage, and it'll be 4th down and about 7. So a lot of running for about a yard there.
4th and 8, ball on 11.
And it brings up 4th down. 10:05 to go, 2nd quarter. Valentine leads 7-6. Badgers look like they're going for it here. So 4th down and 7. Parrott to the left. Hand in the backfield. Coleman drops back to pass. Now he's going to roll left. He's in trouble. He's going to be brought down, and that's Micah Sherbarth on the sack. Great big sack on the play by Micah Sherbarth, and a great play, and that bails the Mustangs out of a pickle. So the Mustangs take over with 9:36 to go after the failed 4th down conversion by the Badgers. And the Mustangs take over at the 24-yard line with 9:36 to go in the 2nd quarter. So the Mustangs defense stiffens there. Wolken calls for the snap. Fakes the handoff, goes to Ethan Yanni, and he just can't quite pull that one in. If he gets his hands on that ball, he is gone. It is a foot race to the end zone, and I would put my money on Ethan Yanni every time. But he couldn't quite get the handle on that football. They've hit Ethan Yanni down the seam, or tried a couple of times tonight. The first time was successful. Couldn't get it to him that time. Maybe trying to loosen up that defense a little bit and open up the running game for these Mustang running backs. So Mustangs operate out of this triangle set again. They'll pitch it outside to Shane Child, and that's not going anywhere. And a flag comes in late. So we'll see what this is. So that was a loss on the play of about 5, maybe 6 yards. But we're going to see what the flag is. Flag thrown from in the secondary, and we've got a holding call on the Mustangs.
Going to be holding on the Mustangs.
Valentine, by declining the penalty, would get to keep the down and the loss. And that is what they'll do. They'll take that 6-yard loss, and that'll make it 3rd down and about 16.
On the 18-yard line, 3rd down and 16.
So the ball on the Mustang 19-yard line, 3rd and 16. Two wide receivers to each side for Wolken. Calls for the snap. Fakes the give to Sherbarth. Oh, and nearly intercepted. That was off the hands of the intended receiver. That's Sean Combs that he was trying to get that ball to. But incomplete and nearly intercepted by the Badgers. Instead, the Mustangs will have to punt with 9:02 to go in the second quarter.
Need a punt for the Mustangs, number 80, Landon Belsky. Back to receive the punt for the Badgers, number 22.
Like to thank Kyle Musso and Preston Simmons for doing our camera work for us again tonight. Punt is away, a high kick. It's going to land at about the 45-yard line and take a Badger bounce back inside the 40, and it'll be downed by the Mustangs at the 38-yard line. So 8:52 to go in the second quarter. Valentine takes over with the short field again, certainly winning the field position battle here. Mustangs defense rose up the last time and stopped the Badgers on 4th down. We'll see if they can do it again. Badgers lead 7-6. Teams traded touchdowns on their first possessions of the game, and now we've had a couple of defensive stops. Give is inside to the fullback, and he crashes down to the 35-yard line. That'll be good for a gain of about 3. That's Braxton Coleman on the carry.
Gain of 4. Ball carried by number 40, Braxton Coleman. In on the stop for the Mustangs, number 80, Landon Belsky.
So 2nd down and 7. Ball on the 35-yard line of the Mustangs. Brooks Coleman under center. Swing pass left side, and that's incomplete. Trying to get it to Hand out on the edge, but not able to make connections there. Falls incomplete, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 7 with 8:11 to go in the second quarter. Low-scoring game here in the first half. Mustangs come into this game at 0-1 after losing last week to Kimball 30-16. Valentine comes in 1-0 after beating Ainsworth by 3. Swing it out to Hand, and right there is Ethan Yanni waiting for it, and he got there about the same time the ball did and threw him for a loss. And so they'll spot that ball all the way back at the 41-yard line, and it'll bring up 4th down and about 13 yards to go. And so the Badgers will line up to punt. And Shane Child back to receive the punt for the Mustangs. High kick, fair catch called for. Now they're going to get away from it. And that's going to roll down and finally be downed at the 10-yard line. And that's where the Mustangs will take over with 7:27 left to go in the second quarter.
Mustangs will take over on the 10-yard line, first down and 10.
So the Mustangs take over on their own 10-yard line. 7:27 left to go in the first half. Wolken brings them to the line. 3 receivers to the left side. Wolken hands it off to Sherbarth up the middle. And a punishing runner. He's up across the 15 out to close to the 16-yard line. That'll bring up second down and about 4. A good, tough run for Micah Sherbarth that time. Sun starting to sink lower in the sky, feeling a little bit of a chill in the air up here in the Crow's Nest high atop Badger Field. My crew is starting to add layers of clothing. Hope we have enough to get us through the evening. Supposed to get a little bit chilly before we're all said and done here. So second down and 4, and we got a flag and an illegal procedure, false start on the Mustangs, and that'll back them up 5, and it'll make it second down and 9. So 6:45 to go in the second quarter. Badgers lead 7-6. Second down and 9 for the Mustangs from their own 11-yard line.
On the 11-yard line, second down and 9.
Wolken takes the snap. Hands it off to Shane Child, gives up ground. He's gonna not even get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a couple more yards on that one. And it'll be third down from about the 8-yard line. So it'll be third down and 11.
3-yard loss, puts the ball on the 8-yard line, third down and 12.
Call it third and 12. They need the 20-yard line. 6 minutes to go in the half. Wolken with the snap, drops back, looks left side, and now he's going to be dropped for a loss. And where are they going to mark him down? They're going to say he was down, and it is not a safety. They're going to say he was down just outside the goal line. So it'll be fourth down, basically from the goal line. Almost a safety by the Valentine defense, but fortunately forward progress was stopped just outside the goal line. So not a lot of room to punt here for the Gordon-Rushville punter, Landon Belsky. Belsky with the snap. Kick is away. Line drive punt taken by Hand. He's at the 25, the 20. Cuts back to his left at the 15 and down at the 10-yard line. So the Valentine Badgers will set up shop at point blank range this time.
Return down the 11-yard line. First down, Badgers.
So 4:59 left to go in the first half, and the Badgers have it just outside the 10-yard line of the Mustangs. Mustang defense got tough down here the last time. See if they can do it again. Valentine comes to the line in the I formation. 2 receivers to the left. Slot receiver is Parrott. Turns, hands off to Hand, and he is met and stopped immediately at the 10-yard line. Good defensive play that time. Ethan Yanni in on the stop that time. Came up and filled that hole well. They're going to give him a yard on the play. Second down and 9. Coleman under center. Play action pass almost intercepted by the Mustangs, but incomplete. Jared Nelson had a chance. I think he might have got a hand on that ball. But it'll bring up 3rd down and 9 from the 10-yard line of the Mustangs. The Mustang defense trying to stand tough again here. Now Hand splits out to the left side. Out of the shotgun is Coleman. Drops back, looks, goes left side into the corner of the end zone, and it's incomplete. Hand couldn't pull it in, hit him right in the hands, and he just flat dropped it. Incomplete. He was at the goal line and could have just rolled over in for 6, but incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down from the 9-yard line. Badgers can get a 1st down inside the 1. So it'll be 4th down. Does the Mustang defense have another stop in them? We'll find out. 4:11 to go, 2nd quarter. The work out of the shotgun again. Coleman and Hand in the backfield. Coleman takes a snap, drops back, looks left side. He's got a screen set up, and he's going to just make it into the end zone for the touchdown. Good, tough run by Jacob Hand that time. He ran through a tackle and was dragging another tackler with him as he crossed the goal line, and that's a Valentine Badger touchdown with 4:03 to go in the 2nd quarter. Valentine will line up for the extra point here. Kick is up, and it's good. And so with 4:03 to go in the 2nd quarter, it's Valentine 14 and Gordon-Rushville 6. We'll step aside for a word from our sponsors.
Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Sides and Milburn is your locally owned Sheridan County Ford dealer for over 75 years. Their service center can work on all makes of cars, and their world-class detailer can help your vehicle look like new again. Stop in at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville today.
Folks, whether you're looking to buy or sell, look no further than Barb Share Real Estate. You can call Barb today at 282-1516, or you can stop by and see her at 300 South Main Street in Gordon. Strong Insurance is family-owned since 1932, and they are your independent insurance company offering all forms of insurance. Stop in today at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. So set to kick it off with 4:03 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Valentine finally was able to win the battle of field position that time, and after having the short field for 3 possessions in a row, they finally put one into the end zone to take the 14-6 lead. And we've got an offsides call now on the kickoff against the Badgers, and that'll back them up 5 yards. They'll kick off from the 35-yard line. The Mustangs need a little bit of help here. Not in a lot of trouble yet. Still plenty of time to punch a score in before the half. They trail 14-6 with just over 4 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. So we're teed up and ready to go again. That's a short kick, lands at the 35. That's taken by Shane Child, and he's not going to have much room to run at all. He'll bring it back for about 5 yards, and Mustangs will take over at their own 35-yard line.
And on the stop for the Badgers, number 23, Garrett Eggert. Number 45, Amos Utek.
So just under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Mustangs on their own 35. See if they can get some offense going again here. Got into a little bit of a rhythm on that first drive of the half. See if they can get back there again. They've had some success out of this triangle set. Wolken drops back. Heaves a pass up the right side to Logan Belsky, and or Landon Belsky, excuse me, and that's incomplete.
Ball's incomplete, intended for number 80, Landon Belsky.
So Belsky couldn't quite run underneath of that one, just a little bit too long, and so that'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Second down and 10, ball at 35.
Three receivers to the short side of the field this time. They'll hand it off to Micah Sherbarth up inside. Not much room to run there. He'll have about 3 yards, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 7. 3rd down and 7 from the 39-yard line. And folks, Grocery Mart in Gordon is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Stop in at 228 North Main Street in Gordon for all of your grocery needs. And now we're going to have a timeout called by the Mustangs with 3:21 to go, and the Mustangs facing a 3rd and 6 from their own 39-yard line. The Closet features a great selection of consignment clothing as well as great new clothes and accessories. The Closet also has The Loft featuring junk with funk. Stop by and see them at 206 North Main Street in Gordon. And Buck and the gang at Gordon True Value can get you fixed up with just about anything that you might need. Hunting season is here, so stop in and get ready to fill your limit. They can also help you with all of your fall yard work. That's True Value in downtown Gordon. And don't forget our signature sponsors of tonight's broadcast, Modern Farm Equipment, Physical Therapy West, and Gordon Superfoods. So 3:18 left to go in the second quarter. Valentine up 14-6, and the Mustangs facing a 3rd down and 6 from their own 39-yard line. Valentine fans making some noise here on 3rd down. 3 wide receivers to the left. Wolken in the gun, calls for the snap. Goes right side for Yanni, and he is stopped immediately there. He's going to lose a yard, maybe 2 on the play, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Mustangs tried a little misdirection, faked it to the wide side of the field, and then came back on the little swing pass to Yanni on the short side, but the Valentine Badgers would have none of it. And it brings up 4th down and 7. So Landon Belsky back to punt it away for the Mustangs. Hand is a dangerous returner. You want to try and kick it away from him if you can. Good high punt this time by Belsky. Hand takes it, wrapped up, breaks a tackle, and he'll be down at the 39-yard line, but we've got a flag down on the field.
There is a penalty flag on the field.
See what the laundry is all about here. And we got a block in the back against the Badgers, and that'll back them up.
On the Badgers.
So they'll get ready to mark this penalty off against Valentine. And so the Badgers will take over on their own 26-yard line.
26-yard line, first down and 10.
After the 10-yard walk-off of the block in the back penalty. 2:23 to go in the half. Brooks Coleman under center. Badgers work out of the eye, 2 wide receivers to the left. Coleman hands it off to Hand, right side, got some room to run, breaks free. He's to the 40, 45, he's to the 50, 45, and a run out of bounds at the Mustang 40-yard line. Good first down run by Jacob Hand that time. And the Valentine Badgers got something cooking with 2:14 to go. And they'll mark it at the 41-yard line of the Mustangs.
Ball will be on the 41-yard line. First down, Badgers.
So the Badgers trying to stick another one on the board before the half. They got plenty of time to do it now. 41-yard line of the Mustangs, 1st and 10 Badgers. Coleman drops back, looks left side. Pass is complete. And down inside the 30-yard line is the big tight end. That is Nick Ormisher. And that's another Badger first down. Mark it at the 28-yard line of the Mustangs. So 2 quick first downs for Valentine. Clock runs 2 minutes on the dot, left to go in the first half. Coleman under center. Looks right side this time. Got a man wide open down there, and the pass is incomplete. Parrott couldn't quite pull that one in. He was wide open, but he couldn't haul it in. Pass incomplete, makes it 2nd down and 10 with 1:46 to go in the second quarter. So after the first quarter melted away, this second quarter has slowed down considerably. So 2nd down and 10 now for the Badgers. Coleman under center. Looks left side. Looks great protection. Now he's going to go long. He's got hand in the end zone, and that is complete for a touchdown. Well, we haven't made the signal, but yes, he did catch it, and that's a touchdown to Jacob Hand. It was a battle between Hand and Shane Child, and they both came down with the ball, but the ball goes to the offensive player, and that's a Badger touchdown. So that makes it 20-6. So a quick strike by the Valentine Badgers. The placement, the kick is no good, and so it'll stay Valentine 20 and Gordon-Rushville 6.
PAT is no good.
Smart farmers see beyond their fields. They see what quality grain and production. Smart farmers see beyond their fields. They see what quality grain and production does for their bottom lines, how it impacts economic development, and the well-being of people in their local communities and around the world. We're committed, along with our dealers, to innovation and service to help you get the job done right.
Get the smartest value of the season at the Value Bonanza sales event. Visit your authorized dealer today.
So back to football action here. Another short kickoff taken by Shane Child at the 25. He's to the 30, breaks a tackle, 35, and down at the 36-yard line, and that's where the Mustangs will take over with 1:27 left to go in the first half.
Making the stop for the Badgers, number 19, Newt Tusinger. Kick return down to the 36-yard line, 1st down and 10.
So 1:27 left to go in the half. Mustangs trail 20-6. Ball on the 36-yard line. Wolken hands it off to Shane Child. He's off left side. He's got 5, 6, 7, and out of bounds. Out of bounds he goes. Very close to first down yardage. Not sure where they're going to spot this. And it is a first down. It is a first down with 1:17 to go, and so the Mustangs move the chains. So they've got it at the 46-yard line with 1:17 to go. Plenty of time if they can work efficiently here. Fakes the handoff. Now he's under pressure. Wolkin's going to go down in a heap at the 41-yard line. And that'll be a loss of about 5. And now the clock runs down beyond a minute left to go in the second quarter. Brings up 2nd down and 15. Wolkin wanted to go deep with that ball, but the protection broke down and sacked on the play. 50 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Wolkin in the gun. Looks left side, and it's almost intercepted. That was Brooks Coleman. Went right, hit him right in the red basket, right in the numbers, and he couldn't drag it in. Luckily for the Mustangs. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 15 with 41 seconds left to go in the first half. And now the Mustangs are probably going to end up having to give this ball back to the Badgers. They'll give it off to Micah Sherbarth. He'll move the pile forward for about 5 yards. And Valentine will call a timeout. That brings up 4th down and 10 with 32 seconds left to go. And Valentine is going to make the Mustangs kick this away. And with a returner like Jacob Hand, that's a smart move for them. Very, very dangerous return man. And so with 32 seconds left to go in the first half, it's the Badgers 20 and the Mustangs 6. Stopped in at Essence today and visited with Amber. Essence provides beautiful fresh cut flower arrangements for any occasion. They've got a selection of fine wines and gift items, and they've got Kringle candles. Their new fall scents for those Kringle candles are in, and you can look for those on the shelves next week. Stop in and see them at 117 North Main Street in Gordon. And head to Farmers Co-op for all of your grain, agronomy, and livestock feed needs. Stop by any of their convenient locations in Gordon, Hay Springs, or Hemingford, or you can give them a call at 1-800-252-0898. So 32 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Mustangs, Logan Belsky ready to, I think that's Landon Belsky. I keep getting those mixed up. Landon Belsky ready to kick it away. And 2 safeties this time back for the Badgers. The kick is away. Good kick. That's going to land at the 23, and it's going to take a Mustang bounce, and they'll finally let it roll dead at about the 14-yard line. And so 22 seconds left in the first half, and that's where Valentine will take over. So a good job that time by the Mustangs and not letting Jacob Hand get his mitts on that and give him a chance to return that football. So certainly not the start the Mustangs had hoped for here this evening. They trail 20-6. And Valentine's going to be content to just take a knee and head to the locker room with the 14-point lead.
Coleman takes a knee.
So that will end the first half of play. It's Valentine 20 and Gordon-Rushville 6.
Bring it into the first half.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods.
Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Sides and Milburn is your locally owned Sheridan County Ford dealer for over 75 years. Their service center can work on all makes of cars, and their world-class detailer can help your vehicle look like new again. Stop in at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville today.
Smart farmers see beyond their fields. They see what quality grain and production does for their bottom lines, how it impacts economic development, and the well-being of people in their local communities and around the world. We're committed, along with our dealers, to innovation and service to help you get the job done right.
Get the smartest value of the season at the Value Bonanza sales event. Visit your authorized dealer today.
We are at halftime here in Valentine as the Badgers lead the Mustangs 20-6. A brief rundown of how that all occurred. Valentine took the opening kickoff and were forced to punt by the Mustang defense. The Mustang punt returner muffed the punt. Valentine recovered at the Mustang 31, and they put it in the end zone, and they led 7-0 with 4:58 left to go in the first quarter. Mustangs took over on their own 29-yard line and marched down the field in about a 3-minute drive, and they scored on a 33-yard touchdown run by Shane Child around the right side. They went for the 2-point conversion, which failed, leaving the score at 7-6. Teams traded possessions until Valentine took over at the Gordon-Rushville 10-yard line with 4:59 to go in the second quarter. And they put one on the board, made it 14-6. Actually, that was with 4:03 to go in the second quarter. Mustangs were forced to punt after a quick 3-and-out. Valentine took over with 2:23, and in less than a minute, they marched 74 yards and put one in the end zone on a pass play from Coleman to Jacob Hand, and that made the score 20-6 after the missed extra point. And that's where the scoring stands at the end of the first half. So it's Badgers 20, Mustangs 6. Thanks again for tuning in to Sheridan County Journal Star coverage of Gordon-Rushville Mustang football 2014. Sponsors certainly do make it possible for us to bring this coverage to you this evening. So stop in and tell these folks hi, or let them know when you see them on the street that you appreciate their sponsorship of our football broadcast. Those sponsors for tonight's game: Essence, Farmers Co-op of Gordon, First National Bank of Gordon, Hins Clothing Center, Homestead Building Supply, Husker Auto Parts, the Italian Inn, Share Real Estate, Strong Insurance, Modern Farm Equipment, Superfoods of Gordon, Grocery Mart of Gordon, The Closet, True Value, Sides and Milburn Ford, and Physical Therapy West. The First National Bank is proudly celebrating 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. Stop by and see them at the First National Bank of Gordon today. Hins Clothing Center at 208 North Main Street in Gordon has the latest from brands like Nike, Miss Me, Jordan, and more. They have a selection for all ages. Stop by Hins Clothing Center in Gordon. Homestead Building Supply offers a full-service lumberyard, Ace Hardware Supplies, paint, DeWalt tools, and a whole lot more. Get everything you need on Main Street in Gordon, or you can give them a call at 282-1741. Husker Auto Parts in Gordon is your local CarQuest dealer. They offer a wide selection of CarQuest parts and CarQuest accessories. See them today at 221 North Main Street in Gordon. The Italian Inn in Gordon is proud to support the Mustangs. They serve up delicious meals for lunch and dinner, and they also have a full-service bar. Share Real Estate. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, look no further than Barb Share Real Estate. Call Barb today at 282-1516 or stop by and see her at 300 South Main Street. Family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company. They offer all forms of insurance. Stop in today at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. Grocery Mart in Gordon is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Stop in at 228 North Main Street for all of your grocery needs. The Closet features a great selection of consignment clothing as well as great new clothes and accessories. And The Closet also has The Loft featuring junk with funk. Stop by The Closet at 206 North Main Street in Gordon. And Bucket and the gang at Gordon True Value can get you fixed up with just about anything you might need. Hunting season is here, so stop in and get ready to fill your limit. And they can also help you with all of your fall yard work. That's Gordon True Value, downtown Gordon. So just under 9 minutes left to go in the halftime break, and Valentine leads the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs 20-6. Thanks for joining us. We'll step aside for just a minute. We'll be back in a few minutes. So they'll put 3 more minutes on the clock here. So we got 3 minutes left to go till the start of the second half. So that'll give you time to run back to the refrigerator, grab a quick snack, and if anybody's close enough, you can bring one up to the top of the crow's nest for me. Missed supper as we were heading over here to the game this evening, so we'll have to make up for lost time when we get done. Maybe we'll have to stop by the Italian Inn on our way back. Doubt if they're still open, but thanks very much for joining us. 2:36 left to go in the halftime break before the second half kickoff. Thanks very much for joining us on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Gordon-Rushville Mustang football 2014. Keep an eye on the website here and be on the lookout for our upcoming schedule. I think our first volleyball game that we will be bringing to you this season will be next Thursday. I believe that's the 11th, and that'll be coming to you from Gordon, so make sure you tune in for that. And football, I believe Bridgeport comes to town next Friday night. The week after that, we'll be on our way to Rapid City as the Mustangs travel to Rapid City to take on St. Thomas More. And that'll be a long-distance road trip as the Mustangs head out up there. So next week at home versus Bridgeport. And Thursday night, September 11th, Mustang volleyball action. So a minute and a half left to go in the halftime break. We'll step aside and we'll be back with football action after this.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
Smart farmers see beyond their fields. They see what quality grain and production does for their bottom lines, how it impacts economic development, and the well-being of people in their local communities and around the world. We're committed, along with our dealers, to innovation and service to help you get the job done right.
Get the smartest value of the season at the Value Bonanza sales event. Visit your authorized dealer today.
Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods.
So Shane Child takes the opening second half kickoff, got some room to run, 40-45, cuts back, and finally dragged down at midfield. So a good kickoff return, a good place for the Mustangs to start this second half as they'll take over, see if they can get some offense moving. So here in the second half, Mustangs moving from east to west. So the Mustangs ready to go to work. Colton Wolcomb brings them to the line. Rolls out to his right. Looks. Got a man, and it's dropped. Landon Belsky couldn't pull that one in. He was out there at the first down marker at the 40-yard line of the Badgers, but couldn't pull that one in. So it brings up second down and 10. Mustangs trying to loosen up the Badger defense. That's a couple of times now that they've tried for a longer pass on first down. And great when that works, but when it doesn't, you're in second and long. Now Wolken uncorks one. He's got Belsky all by himself. He's not going to drop that one. Landon Belsky is all the way home. That is a 51-yard touchdown pass to Landon Belsky, and the Mustangs strike quickly here on the opening drive of the second half, and it's Valentine 20 and Gordon-Rushville 12. We'll see if the Mustangs go for two here. So 2 plays.
Mustangs will go for 2.
2 plays and 51 yards. Mustangs go for 2. Wolken rolls to his right. And his receiver fell down. That was Shane Child. Don't know if he got his feet tangled up with a defender or what the story was, but Child fell down. He looked like he was breaking open, but the score will stay at 20-12. But the Mustangs on the board quickly here in the second half.
Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Sides and Milburn is your locally owned Sheridan County Ford dealer for over 75 years. Their service center can work on all makes of cars, and their world-class detailer can help your vehicle look like new again. Stop in at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville today.
For the Mustangs, number 56, Dylan Holman. Back deep for the Badgers, number 1.
So the Mustangs strike in a hurry after the good kickoff return by Shane Child. 2 plays and a 51-yard pass from Colton Wolken to Landon Belsky puts the Mustangs back within 8 at 20-12. 11:35 to go in the third quarter. Mustangs right back in this one. Kickoff comes down to Jacob Hand at the 20. He's to the 25, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Kickoff return by number 1, Jacob Hand.
They'll actually mark that out at about the 29-yard line of the Badgers. That's where they'll take over with 11:30 to go in the third quarter. Jacob Hand has had his way with the Mustang defense so far tonight. They need to find a way to slow that young man down. Turn, the give is to Hand. He's got room to run off right side. 35, 40, 45, midfield. One man to beat and out of bounds he goes. And they'll mark him out at the Mustang 41-yard line. So it doesn't take much of a hole to spring Jacob Hand, and he makes the most of it. And the Mustangs just haven't had an answer for him yet this evening. So it's Valentine, 1st and 10 for the Mustang 41. The give is to the fullback inside. He's good for about 4 yards. And that's Braxton Coleman on the carry.
And on the stop for the Mustangs, number 63, Baden Wegner. 5 yards gain on the run. It's ball to 37, second down and 5.
Call it 2nd down and 5 here. 11 minutes to go, third quarter. Mustangs scored quickly on their first possession of the half. Valentine trying to answer back. Parrott in motion from left to right. And Coleman keeps it himself, and he's got a first down. They'll mark him down at the 30-yard line of the Mustangs, and that'll move the chains.
Ball carried by Brooks Coleman. In on the stop for the Mustangs.
So Brooks Coleman keeps it himself and moves the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 Valentine from the Mustang 31. Coleman takes the snap, gives it off to Hand left side, and he slips down just inside the 30-yard line. Helped in the slipping process by Dylan Holman. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 8. picture perfect night here in Valentine for high school football. Glad you could be with us. 9:50 to go, third quarter. Valentine leads 20-12. The give is to Hand. He's met immediately and dropped. And that's Wyatt Rosane on the tackle. Stood him up and had some help from his friends, brought him down. So it'll bring up second down. That'll bring up third down. Third down and about 6. Third and 6, ball at the 27-yard line of the Mustangs. 2 wide receivers right. Drops back to pass, got a man there and missed him. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Pass from Coleman falls incomplete, intended for number 5, Brent Ullman. Brings up fourth down and 6, ball on the 27.
So 4th and 6 for the Badgers from the 27-yard line of the Mustangs. And the Badgers will go for it. Jacob Hand not in the lineup here. Wasn't in on that last snap either. Instead, in at tailback is Jake O'Keefe. Drops back to pass, and he's going to be sacked. Mustang defense all over that one. And Coleman is brought down at the 31-yard line. That's a loss of 3 on the play, and Mustang defense holds, and they'll turn it over on downs. So a good job by the Mustangs.
First and 10 on the 30.
So 8:53 left to go, third quarter. Mustangs have the ball after another fourth down stop. That's twice they've done it to the Badgers tonight on fourth down. And now we got a stoppage in play by the official. Maybe one of them smelled the smell of pizza that's wafting up from down below here. So we're 1st and 10 for the Mustangs from their own 30-yard line. Wolken rolls to his right, sets up a screen pass to Yanni. He's at the 20, makes one man miss. 25, 30, 40, 45-yard line, and down he goes. Got my yard markers mixed up here. It was 30 instead of the 20, but either way, it's good for a first down. Nice little screen pass, well set up to Ethan Yanni. He broke that initial tackle and was able to gain another 10 yards after that. So it'll be first down Mustangs, and the ball is at the 44-yard line. 8:43 to go, third quarter. Mustangs on the move. Wolken rolls right again, and that pass is incomplete. Trying to get it to Shane Child, I think. He had a couple of receivers out there, but out of the reach of Shane Child, and so it brings up second down and 10. So the Mustangs in the second half have gone to rolling Wolken out a little bit, trying to give him some room to throw. And an update from the Hay Springs Hawks game. Hawks are on the board first, and they lead 8-0. Ethan Yanni with the carry, and he picks up 2 tough yards, and that'll bring up third down and 8 for the Mustangs.
And on the stop for the Badgers, number 56, Colby Lamb.
They'll spot the ball at the 46-yard line.
On the 46, 3rd and 8.
8:10 to go, third quarter. Third down and 8 for the Mustangs. Two receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Wolken pulls it back down. Now he's going to run with it. He's to the 50 and going to be stacked up there, trying to move the pile. And finally, they're going to blow it dead. They were a little quick on that whistle. He fell forward for first down yardage. Where are they going to mark it at?
Ball carried by number 10, Colton Wolken.
And they're going to mark him about a yard short.
For the Badgers, number 10, Jake O'Keefe.
Had they let that play continue, he would have fallen forward for first down yardage. Instead, it's fourth down, and well, they're going to call it 2. It's a long one. Mustang offense still on the field. Coach is trying to decide what to do. I think they're going to go for it. 7:16 to go, third quarter. Mustangs rolling the dice here. The ball on the Valentine 48-yard line. Three backs in the backfield with Wolken. Colton keeps it himself, and we're going to have a holding penalty on the Mustangs. Wolken's going to be out of bounds, probably short of the first down yardage, but we got a flag down in the backfield. And we'll see what the call is here. And the officials are going to talk this over.
Officials timeout on the field.
So the referee's eyeballing it. He's going to look and see what, see if we got first down yardage or not before we find out what the penalty is. While we're waiting, you can head to Farmers Co-op for all your grain, agronomy, or livestock feed needs. Stop by any of their convenient locations, and it's going to be short of the first down. So the Mustangs don't convert. So we got to see what the penalty is here. And going over to, and it is holding. Penalty is holding on the Mustangs. And so the Valentine Badgers take over on downs. So Valentine will have it at their own 46-yard line with 6:54 to go in the third quarter. The give is to Hand up the middle, and he's up to the 49-yard line after a gain of about 3. So good to see Hand back in the game again. He was out for a couple of plays towards the end of the last series. So just to finish up, stop in at Farmers Co-op at any of their convenient locations in Gordon, Haysprings, or Hemingford, or you can give them a call at 1-800-252-0898. Brings up second down and call it 7 from the 49-yard line. They fake the toss. Goes long down the right side. That pass is complete and good for first down yardage. And that's Nick Ormisher on the catch. And they'll spot it at the Mustang 38-yard line. So it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Badgers from the Mustang 38 with 6:08 to go, third quarter. Toss left side to Hand. He's tracked down and brought down for a 1-yard loss on the play by Ethan Yanni. And see who else that is. I think that's Jared Nelson. It is. So Yanni and Nelson on the stop. And he'll make it second down and 11. 5:30 to go, third quarter. Second and 11 for the Badgers. Coleman under center. Gives it to Hand right side. He's got 5 and room to run. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and out of bounds he goes. And they'll mark him out at the 8-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal Badgers from the 8-yard line after another good run by Jacob Hand, and he's walking just a little gingerly as he gets up after being escorted out of bounds by a couple of Mustang tacklers. He's sure seen plenty of duty tonight. So a 32-yard run by Jacob Hand. 5:10 to go in the third quarter. Mustangs need another stop here. Badgers knocking on the door. 1st and goal from the 7 is where they mark it. Coleman keeps it himself. And he'll be brought down at the 5-yard line.
Ball carried by Coleman. Gains 2 down to the 5.
And that's Micah Sherbarth on the tackle. So it'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 5. Coleman fakes the toss. He's got a man in his face, and he's going to be brought down for a 5-yard loss on the play. He's going to be sacked by the Mustang defenders. Ben Wagner with the sack that time. And it'll be 3rd down and goal from the 10-yard line. So the Mustang defense hanging tough here. 4:15 to go, 3rd quarter.
Puts the ball on the 9-yard line, 3rd and goal.
Couple of good defensive plays here by the Mustangs. See if they can get another stop. They've held the Valentine Badgers twice on downs so far this game. And now it is 3rd down and goal from the 10-yard line. And we got confusion by the Badgers, and they're going to have to use a timeout.
Timeout on the field taken by
So 3:49 to go, and the Badgers with a timeout. The First National Bank is proudly celebrating 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. See them today in downtown Gordon. Hins Clothing Center at 208 North Main Street in Gordon has the latest from brands like Nike, Miss Me, Jordan, and more. They have a selection for all ages. Stop by Hins Clothing Center in Gordon. The Homestead Building Supply offers a full-service lumber yard, Ace Hardware Supplies, paint, DeWalt tools, and a whole lot more to get your project on track. Get everything you need at 282-1741. And Husker Auto Parts is your local CarQuest dealer. They offer a wide selection of CarQuest parts and CarQuest accessories. See them today at 221 North Main Street in Gordon. The 3:49 to go, 3rd quarter. 3rd down and goal from the 9-yard line. Coleman operates from the gun. Drops back to pass, looks left side, guns the pass, and that is incomplete. Batted down, and it'll bring up 4th down and goal from the 9-yard line. Coleman loaded up and fired that thing. Don't know who got in front of it, but it was an incomplete pass with 3:45 to go in the 3rd quarter and a 4th down now facing the Badgers. Badgers going to go for it here. Ball on the 9-yard line. A bunch formation to the right side. One back, that's Hand in the backfield with Coleman. Coleman drops back, throws it to the corner of the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. And that is Brett Ullman on the catch. Came out of nowhere to snag that ball as it was falling to the turf, and it makes it 26-12. Valentine will bring on the kicker for the PAT try here. And that kick is no good. And so the score will stay at 26-12 in favor of the Badgers. We'll step aside and be right back.
Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Sides and Milburn is your locally owned Sheridan County Ford dealer for over 75 years. Their service center can work on all makes of cars, and their world-class detailer can help your vehicle look like new again. Stop in at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville today.
So with 3:39 to go in the 3rd quarter, the Valentine Badgers answer back and extend the lead back to 14 as it's now 26-12.
In a kick out for the Badgers, number 48, Trevor Omersher. Back deep for the Mustangs, number 21, Shane Child.
So Shane Child back to receive the kickoff. This is another short kick, taken by Child. He can't handle it cleanly. Picks it up at the 30. He's to the 35, makes a man miss. He's to the 40. Up the left sideline, 45, 50, 40-yard line, out of bounds. Down he goes at the 34-yard line of the Valentine Badgers. And so another tremendous kick return by Shane Child, and he may be hurt. Child a little slow to get up off there on the far sideline, and by the way it looks, maybe just got a cramp. Looks like we're trying to stretch that leg out. We're going to hope that's all it is. And so the Mustangs take over on the Badger. They're going to mark that at the Badger 33-yard line. So the Mustangs will be without one of the more prolific offensive weapons as they take over at the 33. Wolken keeps it himself up inside, no gain. Little option play left side, and that's diagnosed quickly and shut down by the Badger defense. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Now they're going to say he lost a yard here, so we'll call it 2nd down and 11. 3:05 to go, third quarter. Mustangs trail by 2 touchdowns, 26-12. Wolken in the gun, 3 wide receivers to the right. Wolken looks left side. That's incomplete. And now we've got a flag on the play that comes in really late. He's trying to get it to Rhett Conroy over there on the left side. He was the lone receiver to that side. Late flag. We got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on the Badgers. So that will help the Mustangs out tremendously here. And that'll give them a 1st down and good field position. Even better field position. Already had good field position taken over at the 33 of Valentine. But this will mark them off. Should be 15 yards. And so that'll move the ball all the way down to the 19-yard line. And that's where the Mustangs will take over with 2:52 to go. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. Wolken rolls to his right. Good protection. Tosses one to the end zone. He's got a man there and broken up. Good defensive play by Parrott coming in to knock that ball away. The ball was in the air for a long time, trying to get it to Morgan Holbert in the corner of the end zone. And had he been able to put a little more zip on that ball, he might have got it there. But instead, time for the defensive back to get in there and make a play on it and knock it away. So it brings up 2nd down and 10. Movement on the defensive line just at the snap. Tries to get it to the single receiver again. That's Belsky, but that falls incomplete, and so it'll bring up 3rd down and 10. So the Mustangs go into the air a lot more here in this second half than they did in the first. .240 to go, third quarter, 3rd and 10 Mustangs. Ball on the 19-yard line. Mustangs haven't attempted a field goal yet this season. I assume we're probably in 4-down territory here. Wolken drops back. And he's got it complete at the 5-yard line. And that is that's Sam Hood with the catch. And that's good for a 1st down. So it'll be 1st and goal Mustangs at the 5-yard line with 2:33 to go in the third quarter. So a good throw there that time by Colton Wolken. Sam Hood hauls it in, and the Mustangs are knocking on the door. They've worked out of this 3-back set an awful lot tonight. This time they'll give it off to Sherbarth inside. That's shut down for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and goal from the 5.
Second goal, ball on the 6.
Mustangs battling hard here in the third quarter, under 2 minutes to go. Sherbarth and Yanni beside Wolken in the gun. Drops back, throws it across the middle. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Trying to get it to Sam Hood again, and there were 3 red jerseys around him that time. Lucky that one fell to the turf. Tried to fit it into a pretty tight spot that time, and luckily incomplete. Now we got a flag down on the field, and we've got a personal foul, roughing the passer penalty against Valentine, and that'll mark it half the distance to the goal, and the Mustangs will have it 1st and 10 from the 3-yard line. So Valentine with 2 personal foul penalties on this drive, really helping out the Mustangs. So instead of 3rd and goal from the 6, it'll be 1st and goal from the 3. So the Mustangs in business.
Makes it 1st and goal, ball on the 3.
1:42 to go, third quarter. 2 wide outs to the left. Yanni and Sherbarth in the backfield. The give is to Yanni. He works left side. He'll gain a yard, maybe 2. Kind of hard to see from this angle. I think they're going to give him only about a yard that time, so it'll make it 2nd down and goal from the 2.
One-yard gain brings up 2nd goal, ball on the 2.
Mustangs down by 14 points. Wolken in the gun, and we got movement on the line.
There's a penalty flag on the field.
And we got offsides on the Badgers. That's the 3rd penalty on this drive, and that'll move it 1 yard closer. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 1.
Moves it half the distance. It's ball on the 1-yard line, 2nd goal.
So half the distance to the goal from the 2-yard line, spots it at the 1. 2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line for the Mustangs. 1 minute left to go in the third quarter. Mustangs need to jam one in here. They give it to Yanni. Breaks the tackle. He's going to get to the corner. Touchdown! Touchdown, Ethan Yanni. 49 seconds left to go in the third quarter, and the Mustangs are back on the board. That'll make it 26-19. Excuse me, 26-18. So 3 penalties on that drive, 2 personal foul penalties on the Badgers really helped the Mustangs out. So the Mustangs will go for 2, trailing by 8. Wolken drops back to pass, rolls to his left, nobody to throw it to. Now he's going to run it, and he is going to be just short. He stretched out the ball and couldn't quite break the plane, so it will stay 26-18. 49 seconds left to go in the third quarter, and we'll be right back.
Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods.
So a good drive by the Mustangs after the outstanding field position on the Shane Child kickoff return set them up at the 33-yard line of Valentine. 2 personal foul penalties and an offsides. The key play on that possession was the good pass completion to Sam Hood at the 5-yard line, and then the 1-yard touchdown run by Ethan Yanni. And it gets the Mustangs back within 8 at 26-18. Dylan Holman kicks it off for the Mustangs, comes up short, bounces at the 25, 4-yard line. Finally picked up by Jacob Hand inside the 20. Now he's got room to run, and he is dangerous. He's out to the 30-yard line on that return. So that's where the Badgers will set up shop.
Return by number 1, Jacob Hand.
They'll mark it right on the 30-yard line. And with 41 seconds left to go in the third quarter, the Badgers take over.
Badgers will take over on the 30-yard line.
So the Mustangs have refused to go away. They've been down by 14 points twice in this game. They battle back to within 8. And with just over a quarter to play. Parrott in motion from left to right. The give is to Hand up the middle, and he breaks one, and that's good for 11 yards. Fumble at the end of the play. No indication yet, and they're going to say that he got back on top of it. So good for a gain of 11. It'll be first down Badgers. They give him 12. They'll mark it at the 42, 43-yard line. Parrott in motion again. Same play this time. Hand bounces it outside, breaks a tackle, and it's a foot race. He's got one man to beat. Hand to the 30, 25, 20, 15, breaks a tackle, and down at the 10-yard line, finally tracked down by Ben Wagner, but not after he breaks a couple of tackles and a good run there. About a 50-yard run that time by Jacob Hand. Elusive runner. And with 8 seconds left to go in the third quarter, Valentine has it first and goal at the 9-yard line. So the Badgers wasting no time. They're going to let the clock run out on the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth quarter, and it's Valentine 26 and Gordon-Rushville 18. Folks, the Italian Inn in Gordon is proud to support the Mustangs. They serve up delicious meals for lunch and dinner, and they also have a full-service bar. Stop by and see them in downtown Gordon. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, look no further than Barb Share Real Estate. Call Barb today at 282-1516, or you can stop in and see her at 300 South Main Street in Gordon. Family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company, and they offer all forms of insurance. Stop in today at 224 North Main Street in Gordon. Grocery Mart in Gordon is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Stop in at 228 North Main Street for all of your grocery needs. And The Closet features a great selection of consignment clothing, as well as great new clothes and accessories. The Closet also has The Loft, featuring junk with funk. Stop by The Closet at 206 North Main Street in Gordon. And Buck and the gang at Gordon True Value can get you fixed up with just about anything you might need. Hunting season is here, so stop in and get ready to fill your limit. And they can help you with all of your fall yard work. That's True Value in downtown Gordon. So it's first and goal at the 9-yard line for the Valentine Badgers. Coleman turns, hands it off inside, and down to about the 6-yard line is the fullback, younger Coleman. And that is Braxton Coleman on the carry. And he'll take it down. They'll mark it at the 6, so it'll be second and goal at the 6 as we get the fourth quarter underway. The give is to number 10. That is Jake O'Keefe, but he's stopped for no gain. And it'll bring up third down and goal. Ball at the 6. So the Valentine Badgers have moved the ball really well between the 20s, but they've had a lot of difficulty once they get into the red zone. Mustangs have held them on downs twice. And it's 3rd and 6. Under 11 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Third and goal from the 6 for the Badgers. Hand back in there. They give it to him. right side. He's going to walk in untouched for 6 more. That's a Valentine touchdown.
6-yard touchdown run by number 1, Jacob Hand.
That makes it 32-18. Extra point pending. They've missed 2 of these tonight.
Holding number 2, Jordan Delbert.
That kick is up, and he missed that one. 2 of them blocked, and that one sails wide left. So the score stays at 32-18 with 10:43 left to go in the 4th quarter.
Smart farmers see beyond their fields. They see what quality grain and production does for their bottom lines, how it impacts economic development, and the well-being of people in their local communities and around the world. We're committed, along with our dealers, to innovation and service to help you get the job done right.
Get the smartest value of the season at the Value Bonanza sales event. Visit your authorized dealer today.
So Valentine answers right back, and they extend that lead back to 14 points. 2-touchdown game, 32-18. Valentine with the lead. 10:43 to go, 4th quarter. And again, thanks so much for joining us for Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs this fall. Look for full coverage of tonight's game in next week's paper. There's a very short kickoff. That's going to land at the 30. Shane Child can't get a handle on it. Lucky to fall back on it at the 27-yard line. That's where the Mustangs will set up shop with 10:38 to go in the 4th quarter.
Ball recovered by number 21, Shane Child.
So the Mustangs have scored 2 touchdowns this half and turned it over on downs once. They need a score here to get themselves back into this game. Wolken takes the snap, sets up a screen pass to Ethan Yanni, and he can't pull that in. Wolken was under heavy pressure, dumped it over top of the oncoming defensive lineman, but couldn't make the connection with Yanni, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. So the Mustangs have thrown almost exclusively on 1st down here in the 2nd half, trying to catch the Valentine Badger defense coming upfield hard on the pass rush and dump it underneath on the screen pass, but couldn't complete the pass. So it's 2nd down and 10. They'll give it off to Ethan Yanni inside this time, and Ethan Yanni's got a seam. He's at the 45 to the 50, 45, 40, makes a move, 35, 30, and finally he's going to be tracked down at the 25-yard line of the Valentine Badgers, and a nifty run by Ethan Yanni that time, and he sets the Mustangs up inside the 25 of the Badgers. And now Ethan Yanni looks like he's a little slow to get up over there on the sideline. So Mustang running backs are dropping like flies, though Shane Child is back in the game. So as they tend to Ethan Yanni over there, 10:20 left to go in the 4th quarter. And the Mustangs in business again. Ball at the 24-yard line. Wolken takes the snap, looks left side, throws the pass, incomplete, too tall, tried to get it to Shane Child, and that's incomplete, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. So a 45, 46-yard run for Ethan Yanni that time gets the Mustangs into good field position and into striking range here with 10:16 to go in the 4th quarter. Wolken calls for the snap, keeps it himself. Quarterback run all the way, and he's going to be brought down for a minimal gain. He might have got a yard on that, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 9. So we'll say that he got a yard. 3rd down and 9. Ball's on the 23-yard line. Under 10 minutes to go in the game. Clock running.
No gain brings up 3rd and 10, ball on the 24.
So Colton Wolken brings the play in from the sideline. 3 wides to the left side. Wolken goes right side to Belsky. He's got the completion and he's got a first down. Forward progress should have got him what he needed, I believe. He's down to about the 7-yard line, and he should have needed about the 9. And it is a first down, Mustangs.
Pass from Wolken, complete to number 80.
So it'll be 1st and goal, Mustangs. Got to see where we're at. No, we're not 1st and goal. We're at the 12-yard line. Never was too good at math. So it's 1st and 10 Mustangs, spotted at the 13-yard line. And we got flags down, stops the play.
Penalty flag on the field.
And I think we got a false start on the Mustangs. One thing the Mustangs can't afford to do here is hurt themselves. Time is really of the essence here with 9:28 left to go, and that'll cost them 5 yards. So it'll be 1st down and 15. And they'll mark that ball back to the 18-yard line. 18-yard line, 1st and 15. So the Mustangs just won't go away. They keep hanging around. They need a break to go their way to get themselves back into this game. Child takes it on the fly sweep, coming around the left side, needs a block, stacked up at the 20 and dropped. And he's going to lose a couple of yards on that play. Child had some momentum but couldn't get a block, couldn't find the corner, and it's a loss of 2 more. So it'll be 2nd down and 17 from the 20-yard line. Under 9 minutes to go, 4th quarter. Mustangs need something to happen in a hurry. Wolken rolls to his right. Under pressure, keeps it himself, tucks it, runs upfield. He's going to be down to about the 12-yard line. That'll still bring up 3rd down and long. It's going to be about 3rd down and about 9 yards to go here. Clock runs. 8:15 to go, 4th quarter. 3rd and 9, certainly 4-down territory for the Mustangs here. But they need to do something quickly. Wolken, heavy pressure, sets up the screen to Micah Sherbarth. He's to the 5, dragging a tackler, and he is down. He is down just outside the goal line. So a terrific run by Micah Sherbarth on the screen pass, dragging a Valentine Badger with him for the last 5 yards. They're going to mark him down just outside the goal line, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Mustangs. Clock runs under 8 minutes now. When Sherbarth gets ahead of steam, he is a load to bring down. So it's Yanni in the backfield with Wolken. Wolken hands it off to Yanni. He works up inside, trying to get a push, and it's a touchdown. Touchdown Mustangs with 7:32 to go.
Ball carried by number 20, Ethan Yanni.
So 7:32 to go, 4th quarter. And the Mustangs will go for 2. It's 32-24. Waiting for a shoe to get tied here. That's Yanni. Don't want him tripping on a shoelace. So the Mustangs line it up. They've been unsuccessful in their other 3 tries tonight for these 2-point conversions. Wolken can't get rid of it. It was an option play right side. Wolken couldn't ever get rid of that football to get it to Yanni. And so score will stay 32-24.
7:32 to go in the 4th quarter. The Badgers 32, Mustangs 24.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
So a 72-yard touchdown drive by the Mustangs, keyed by the 50-plus yard run of Ethan Yanni. And the Mustangs right back in this. They're down by 8 with 7:32 to go in the fourth quarter. So big plays have kept the Mustangs in this thing. They need a defensive stop here. And Jacob Hand has been a load for the Mustang defense this evening. They've had a heck of a time keeping him in check. They're going to have to find a way to do it and get a stop. So Dylan Holman has it teed up at the 40-yard line, ready to kick it away for the Mustangs. That's a low line drive kick. Rolls down to the 20-yard line. Picked up by Parrott this time, and he's ridden down at the 31-yard line. And that's where the Valentine Badgers will start the drive. They're going to spot that at the 32. And 7:26 to go. So Valentine looking to run some clock here and get out of here with a victory. They just need to get a few first downs and move the football. Try and run out this clock. See if the Mustangs can hold them. Two wide receivers tight to the right side. The give is to Hand. Mustangs stack him up after a gain of about 1. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 9. But the clock is running. 7:15 left to go, fourth quarter. Hand comes out, limping just a little bit, and in to replace him comes Jake O'Keefe.
33, 2nd down and 9.
Coleman under center. Takes the snap and hands it off to O'Keefe, and he's dumped immediately. And we got a fumble on the play, I believe. Mustang bench is jumping up and down. And it's a Mustang football. It's a fumble. O'Keefe put it on the turf. The Mustangs picked it up. And the Mustangs are right back in business here, folks. 6:39 to go, fourth quarter. Mustangs have it at the Valentine 32-yard line. So the Mustang offense needs to get something going here. Chance to tie. Down by 8 with just over 6:30 to go, fourth quarter. Shane Child, the single setback with Wolken in the gun. Wolken turns, swings it out to Child left side. He's down to the 30 and out of bounds. So that's good for about 2, maybe 3 yards.
21, Shane Child. And on the stop for the Badgers, number 3, Brooks Coleman.
They'll spot it at the 29, so call it 3. 2nd down and 7. So all kinds of time for the Mustangs here with 6:32 to go, fourth quarter. Child with Wolken in the backfield. They give it to Child inside, straight up the middle. He's down to the 26-yard line, and down to about the 25 is where they'll spot him down, and it'll be 3rd down now. 3rd down and about 3. Shane Child keeps those legs a-churning and gets some good yards after contact, but it'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Mustangs. Do or die time here for the Mustang offense. And we got an official's timeout. I think we got a headgear problem. Shane Child, now they've got that solved and got his helmet screwed back on and ready for play. Under 6 to go, fourth quarter. Clock bleeding away, 5:45 to go. Mustangs need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. Wolken rolls to his right, being pursued, throws it out there, and incomplete. Incomplete, trying to get it to, I think that was Morgan Holbert he was trying to get that ball to. And it'll bring up 4th down and 3. So the Mustangs need one here. They need 3 yards. And the Valentine faithful trying to make some noise. 5:30 to go, 4th quarter, 4th and 3 from the 25-yard line. Wolken throws it, and it's caught, complete for a 1st down. Nice pitch and catch that time, and that's complete to Shane Child, and that'll move the sticks, and it'll be 1st down Mustangs. Just inside the 20-yard line, 5:26 to go, 4th quarter, so the Mustangs convert a big 4th down there. See if they can keep it going. Need to get one in the end zone here. First and 10 Mustangs from the 20-yard line. Child in motion, right to left. Fake the fly sweep. The throw is to the end zone and incomplete. Just knocked away from Morgan Holbert at the last second. He was open at the 5, but the defensive back closed and swatted that one away. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Two wides to each side for the Mustangs. 2nd down and 10. They give it inside to Ethan Yanni. He's stacked up. He's going to lose a yard. Loss on the play as the Valentine defenders were ready for that one. And it'll be 3rd down and 11 to go. So 3rd and 11. Winding down towards 4.5 left to go in the game. Wolken takes the snap and rolls to his right. Throws the pass. It's complete. I believe that's Belsky. Belsky's got it for a 1st down, and he's down at the 6-yard line. So another 1st down. Good pitch and catch that time as Logan Belsky hauls it in, and another 1st down for the Mustangs. 4:23 to go. Mustangs down by 8. Well, however this turns out, Gordon-Rushville has hung around, and they've done what they've needed to do to be in this game at the end. They haven't given up. They've shown some signs of life offensively. Their defense has played extremely well, and so it's 1st and 10, and we've got a flag down. And I believe we're going to have a false start. And we do. False start on the Mustangs. Didn't need that. That'll back them up 5 yards, and so they'll line it up from the 11-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 11.
Legal procedure penalty on the Mustangs. It'll be 5 yards.
We're going to believe that they just wanted a little more room to work here. So 1st and goal from the 11. Under heavy pressure is Wolken. He throws the ball to the back of the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Touchdown, Mustangs! That's Rhett Conroy with a big catch in the back of the end zone. They lost complete track of him, and he was wide open. Nice catch by Rhett Conroy. And with 3:51 to go, 4th quarter, the Mustangs are back within 2. They need a 2-point conversion here. They're 0 for 4 so far tonight.
And the Mustangs will go for 2.
And the Mustangs are going to take a timeout to think this one over. They want to get into the right play call here. They're 0 for 4 on 2-point conversions so far this evening. They really need this one with 3:51 to go, 4th quarter. Badgers lead by 2, 32-30. We're very glad to have you along for exciting football action here from Valentine tonight. Say thanks to our fine sponsors. And seriously, stop into their place of business and let them know that you watch the game, that you appreciate them bringing it to you, because that's what they need to know. And our sponsors for tonight's game: Essence Farmers Co-op, the First National Bank of Gordon, Hins Clothing Center, Homestead Building Supply, Husker Auto Parts, the Italian Inn, Share Real Estate, Strong Insurance, Modern Farm Equipment, Superfoods, the Grocery Mart, the Closet, True Value, Sides and Milburn Ford, and Physical Therapy West. So here we go. Mustangs need the 2-point conversion. Wolken in the gun, drops back, throws it into the end zone. It is incomplete. Incomplete. I think they were trying to get it to Shane Child and couldn't make the connection, and so it falls short. 3:51 to go, and Valentine leads by 2. Now the Mustangs did convert on an onside kick last week, perfectly executed. They've got some time here. They've got 2 timeouts. 3:51 left to go, fourth quarter. We'll have to see if they decide to go for the onside kick or try to play defense. We'll be back after this.
Smart farmers see beyond their fields. They see what quality grain and production does for their bottom lines, how it impacts economic development, and the well-being of people in their local communities and around the world. We're committed, along with our dealers, to innovation and service to help you get the job done right.
Get the smartest value of the season at the Value Bonanza sales event. Visit your authorized dealer today.
So 3:51 left to go, fourth quarter. Mustangs trail by 2. 2 timeouts left for both teams. And it looks like the Mustangs are lining up for the onside kick here. And Valentine's now going to take a timeout. They see that the Mustangs are lining up for the onside kick. They're going to talk it over and make sure they've got the hands team on the field. And we'll be back to get this kickoff underway.
Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods.
So we'll get ready to line it up again. Now Mustangs are going to change their formation, switch that over to the near side. So Dylan Holman lines it up. They did this a week ago and it worked to perfection. See if they can pull it off again. And now officials stop play here. And I think we're warning the Valentine bench to stay back. Ball is on the ground, covered up by the Badgers. They'll take over at their own 45-yard line. And 3:48 left to go in the fourth quarter. Considering the return ability, that's actually not bad field position for the Mustangs. They had a hard time holding the Valentine Badgers return game in check tonight. And so Valentine takes over at their own 45-yard line. 3:48 to go. Mustangs with 2 timeouts. They need a defensive stop. Coleman gives it off inside to the fullback. He's knocked down for a loss on the play.
Ball carried by number 40, Braxton Coleman.
And so the Mustang defense strong on first down. It'll be second down now and 11 yards to go. 3:35 to go, fourth quarter. Clock runs. So the Mustangs have played some good defense from time to time here tonight. Time for them to rise up and shut down this running attack of the Badgers one more time. Valentine letting that clock run down. They'll give it off to Hand. He breaks it outside to the left, cuts it back, and down he goes at midfield. and it'll be 3rd down and 5 from the 50-yard line. Under 3 minutes to go now in the 4th quarter, but it's 3rd down and 5 from the 50. Badgers need the 45-yard line of the Mustangs. Precious time winding off of that clock as we approach 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the 4th quarter, and it's 3rd down and 5 from midfield. Coleman takes his time. Now he sets up under center. Turns, gives it to Hand, and he's got the first down, and he's finally brought down at the 42-yard line of the Mustangs. And the Mustangs are going to have to use some timeouts here to preserve some time. So a good 3rd down conversion by the Badgers that time. Gives them a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line of the Mustangs. And with 2:09 to go, now the Mustangs are going to call a timeout. That'll leave them with just one. 2:09 to go, 4th quarter. It's Valentine 32 and Gordon-Rushville 30.
Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville is proud to support the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. Sides and Milburn is your locally owned Sheridan County Ford dealer for over 75 years. Their service center can work on all makes of cars, and their world-class detailer can help your vehicle look like new again. Stop in at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville today.
So a great football game coming right down to the wire. Valentine leads Gordon-Rushville 32-30 with 2:09 left to go in the 4th quarter. It's Valentine's football, 1st and 10 on the Mustang 42-yard line. Mustangs down to 1 timeout left. They're going to have to make something happen on defense here. They've got 1 turnover tonight. That was the fumble by O'Keefe. They'd really like to get another one here if they could. Coleman keeps it himself, works up inside, and he's going to be finally pulled down at the 35-yard line of the Mustangs, but not until he's gained 7 yards.
Making the tackle for the Mustangs, number 3, Rhett.
And we got another timeout as the Mustangs take their final timeout of the game with 2:04 to go. It'll be 2nd down and 7 when action resumes. Again, folks, let me run down through this list of sponsors. Stop in and tell them you really appreciate them sponsoring tonight's action on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net because there's no way for them to know if you don't tell them about it. So stop in and tell those folks that you appreciate the broadcast. The sponsors tonight, Essence, Farmers Co-op, the First National Bank of Gordon, Hins Clothing Center, Homestead Building Supply, Husker Auto Parts, The Italian Inn, Share Real Estate, Strong Insurance, Modern Farm Equipment of Gordon, Superfoods, The Grocery Mart, The Closet, Gordon True Value, Sides and Milburn Ford of Rushville, and Physical Therapy West. So the Mustangs out of timeouts, 2:04 to go. 2nd down and 3 for the Valentine Badgers. Coleman keeps it himself, and he surges forward, and I believe he's going to have a 1st down, and if he does, that'll virtually be the end. Official's going to stop the clock here, take a look at it. They're going to bring the chains over and measure this.
For a measurement.
So it was 2nd down and 3. They'll stretch the chains out, and it is a 1st down. And that'll pretty much seal it for the Badgers. Fresh set of downs for Valentine with 1:53 to go.
After the measurement, the ball will be on the 42-yard line. 1st down, Badgers.
So the Mustangs with no way to stop the clock at this point. They wind the clock. .140 to go. Coleman finally under center. And we got a false start penalty on the Badgers. Trying to bleed time off and took just a little bit too long. Offensive lineman got antsy and fired off the ball. That'll cost him 5 yards. But more than that, I think that should stop the clock. 1:29 to go. Clock stops on the offensive penalty. It's now 1st down and 15 with 1:29 to go in the 4th quarter. Turns, tosses it to Hand right side. Got a blocker out in front of him. Tracked down by Micah Sherbarth and brought down at the 31-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down and about 8. So clock now down to 1 minute left to go in the 4th quarter. 2nd down and 8. And the Mustangs have played a good game here tonight. They couldn't convert on a 2-point conversion, but they did an awful lot of things well offensively. They put 30 points up on the board. They threw the ball extremely well, especially in the second half, as now the Badgers will just take a knee. And that should do it. They wind the clock. 20 seconds left to go. Third down and 8. They'll take one more knee, and that'll be the end of it. So the Badgers are going to come out of tonight's game with a 2-0 record. The Mustangs will fall to 0-2. But I think better things are ahead for the Mustangs as we get on through the season here. So your final score from Valentine is the Badgers 32 and the Mustangs 30. But a good game, hard fought all the way to the end by the Mustangs. They did some really, really great things defensively tonight. They held the Badgers on downs 2 different times and picked up a turnover on the fumble. And offensively, they were able to move the ball when they really needed to. So thanks very much for joining us. We'll be back with a recap of the game after this.
Kim Marlatt and Brian Felker at Physical Therapy West in Gordon have over 30 years of combined experience in providing physical therapy and sports medicine services. Contact PT West for care following injury, sprains, fractures, or treatment of joint, muscle, and back pain. PT West provides individualized rehabilitation following joint replacement, surgery, or stroke. Don't suffer, don't live with pain, and get back to the activities you enjoy. Call PT West at 308-282-0203 or stop by with questions at 100 South Main in Gordon.
Smart farmers see beyond their fields. They see what quality grain and production does for their bottom lines, how it impacts economic development, and the well-being of people in their local communities and around the world. We're committed, along with our dealers, to innovation and service to help you get the job done right.
Get the smartest value of the season at the Value Bonanza sales event. Visit your authorized dealer today.
Gordon Superfoods is proud to sponsor Gordon-Rushville Mustang football. Superfoods is a full-service grocery store that carries anything you might need. Check out the full-service meat department or satisfy your sweet tooth at the Sandhills Bakery. They have tons of great deals weekly, and if you don't have a rewards card, be sure to get one today. Good luck, Mustangs, from Gordon Superfoods.
So the Mustangs fall by a final score of 32-30, and didn't note it earlier, but the Mustangs played this game without 4 starters, and can't help but think that that had to make a certain amount of difference. But let's take a quick recap of tonight's action. Valentine got on the board first with 4:58 left to go in the first quarter. with a touchdown, and they led 7-0. Mustangs answered right back with a 33-yard touchdown scamper from Shane Child. 2-point conversion failed, making it 7-6. The two teams traded possessions before Valentine took over with a very short field at the Mustang 10-yard line, and they punched it in with 4:03 left to go in the second quarter to make it 14-6. The Mustangs punted, and Valentine got the ball back at their own 26-yard line. They wasted no time putting it in the end zone. It took them less than a minute, and the score then stood at 20-6 after the missed extra point, and that's how the first half ended. In the second half, the Mustangs came out on fire as they took the opening kickoff, and in 2 plays, they put it in the end zone with a 51-yard pass play to Landon Belsky being the key play on that drive. Valentine then answered a couple of possessions later to make it 26-12. That was with 3:39 left to go in the third quarter. Mustangs wouldn't go away. The next possession, they after a great kickoff return by Shane Child, they took over at the Valentine 33-yard line, and Ethan Yanni went over from 1 yard out to make it 26-18. Valentine turned around and answered right back with a hand touchdown to make it 32-18, stretching that lead to 14 points. Mustangs didn't give up. Next possession, they took over at their own 28-yard line. In 3 minutes, they moved the ball down the field, and again, it was Ethan Yanni going over from 1 yard out to make it 32-24. Valentine's next possession, the Mustang defense came up with a turnover. They got the fumble, and they turned that into a touchdown. Turned that into a touchdown on the touchdown pass from Colton Wolken to Rhett Conroy. So with 3:51 to go in the fourth quarter, the Mustangs were down by 2 after the failed 2-point conversion, but Valentine was able to get a couple of first downs and run the clock out. So our final score from Valentine, Nebraska, Badgers 32, Mustangs 30. Thanks very much for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you next week as the Mustangs take on the Bridgeport Bulldogs at home, and next Thursday night, September 11th, for our first volleyball action of the year. So once again, thanks for tuning in to SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. Say thanks to our signature sponsors, Physical Therapy West, Gordon Superfoods, and Modern Farm Equipment. We'll see you next week.